later, then we came out with Norray Co., which is funny because we was actually sitting in our room, and we was just, I forgot what we was talking about. But we was like, we should just go into business together. I can't even remember how the conversation started, but we was like, we should just go into, do it together.
You know how we got the name, honestly? Was because
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, where did that name come from?
On some for real stuff, like it came to me honestly through God. God told me to give this name to this company. This company is honestly, I based it off my son. My son, when he was younger, he had a lot of like issues, health issues. He had to get surgery and all that different type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And God came to me and was like, yo, why don't you name it after your son, but backwards? I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So I always wanted to go in business with my wife. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. My first time, doing all this was not good at all. My name was No G. That was the name of my company.
He lying.
That is not.
Hold on. No. You're lying. Hold on.
What?
So I was doing Skin Desire Co. when I rebranded from Beauty is She. He started Nothing But Kicks. Yeah. Nothing But Kicks blew up.
It did.
I mean,
I still got it.
He was selling sneakers like he was selling. I don't want to say it, but he was selling sneakers like
Yeah.
So that's how he was selling them sneakers. Coming home from work 3-4 o'clock. I need you to pack these shoes up. Get these shoes ready. I'm selling them. So he was doing
that's
custom shoes. Yeah, and he was doing sweaters. He was killing it. And then stuff happened. Partners kind of fell off, which is cool. Everybody was going through their own stuff. It was still mid-COVID.
I can relate.
Yeah, still mid-COVID.
Yeah.
So he kind of had to put it to the side because it became a lot. Like it was a lot. And then I was trying to do, my thing too. So and he also had No G with that too. So No G was the clothing side of it. So he had Nothing But Kicks, which was the shoes. Mm-hmm. And then he had No G, which was the clothing. He did hoodies.
Now what is No G? What is that?
G?
He came up with it.
See, I spelled Nothing But Kicks. Like the word nothing is NOTHIN. So every time somebody tried to type in the name on Instagram or TikTok, they were spelling it with the G on there. And every 5 seconds I was saying no G. No G. So then I was like,
they was like, bro, we went to school, bro. I got to spell nothing.
So that's where he came up with that.
That's where
part.
No G came from.
And he was still killing it. But at this time, we was making like the hoodies and stuff out of one of the rooms in our house. And it was a lot. Like pressing the shirts, designing it, printing it out, pressing it. It was a lot. And it was just us two doing it. And then I still had my own business too. So he was killing it. Don't let him. He was doing his thing. Okay, now you can finish.
You made me forget where I even left off at. Nah, for real though. So you know what I mean? God told me the name of the company that should come out. And I always wanted to do, a team up, like a men and a women type thing, what she was doing. But it was like, I don't know, should I bring it to her or not? But God was like, yo, I talked to her about that. So I went to her. I was like, yo, babe, you want to do like a team up, men and women? And she said, yeah. So then I was like, what do you think of the name Norray? It's Aaron, backwards. And she thought it was an excellent idea. So that's where Norray came from. But now the original design was Norray, but it was like when you put it into like, what is it, Google Speech or something like that?
Yeah, because Aaron backwards
is funny. It's Norray. Yeah. That's what it says, Norray.
Yeah. Google was like,
what is that? Like, it was weird. So we was like, okay, we can't keep it as that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's weird. So we sat back and was like, well, how can we still keep like some of the same letters, but like change it up to where the word makes sense or at least sound like a word? So that's where we came up with Norray. Like, okay, we'll just add the Y at the end. So that's where the name came from.
Plus them double R's. Okay. I went through that my whole life. My name is Aaron, and they always spelled it ARRON. You know what I mean? So that was another way. And AJ, my youngest son, was going through that too. So they always spelled his name the same way.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, let's just spell it that way. And then she added the Y to it. So that's how Norray became Norray Co. You know.
That's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. One thing you said God told you basically, to name it that, right? I was reading this book. There's this book, one of my favorite books. It's called The Alchemist, and there's a part in there where he says, when you really have a goal, something you're going for, the whole universe will conspire to make it happen. So I feel like you call it God, the universe, whatever. If you got a goal that you're really going for, and they know you're serious, the universe, speak for you, will help you make it happen.
Definitely.
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me?